Friday. We made it through another week and I got a whole new influencers only for you, so let's get right to it. All right. I'm back with another update on this fight, guys. Both Comedy Shorts Gamer and Jake Paul put out videos yesterday, and I have to say, I'm starting to get a little worried that this might not happen, but I haven't lost all hope. So let's talk about this Deji video first. He pulled in Clout members FaZe Banks and Ricegum to do the video with him, clearly to help him get more views, but the video is more of their reaction than Deji himself. However, one thing that Deji does manage to do is continue to call the Pauls pussies over and over and over again.
Pussy, stop being such a pussy.
But can I just take a women's empowerment moment for just a second and point out the fact that pussies are actually quite strong and can take a beating, while on the other hand, a guy's balls are the most precious, sensitive little things on the planet, and guys squeal in fear anytime the idea of harming them gets mentioned. Anyways, some of their points were fair. Like, I don't think that it's cool that Jake's team has been calling KSI KFC, that's clearly racist, and CSI, that's not cool. And making the boob joke, we all probably could have done without. But one thing that I don't quite get is that Deji keeps going on and on about Jake trying to back out and not fight KSI. But I'm over here like he was just trying to make this a bigger deal by having 2 fights instead of 1. Comedy Shorts Gamer versus Jake Paul, and the main event, Logan Paul versus KSI. I don't know, Deji, sounds like you might not be ready. Let's not forget though that Deji was quick to make a video in the beginning to get in the middle of all this. Now, not too long after Deji dropped his video, Jake dropped his response to KSI. Now, there's tons of ridiculous statements made and I won't go into all that, but here's what you gotta know. Jake says that he's been talking to venues that hold up to 15,000 people for the fight. Hey, think about those ticket sales. $100, you can sell the ring ones for like $500. You're making some money. Jake also mentions that the video KSI brings up of Logan boxing and headgear is not actually the real Logan Paul. Jake goes as far as to say, you're almost as bad as Keemstar. Now here's my favorite one. Jake says that he spoke to Michael Buffer and he's down to MC the fight. Now Jake's team also got Buffer to call KSI CSI. Check this out.
Let me get this straight. Jake Paul, superstar, is going to fight CSI's little brother. Yep. And Logan is going to fight CSI. Yeah. No way. And I'll be there.
Yo! He still called you CSI. Like, everyone's calling you that. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I didn't mean to start that trend, but
here's where it gets good. Jake offered to speak to KSI's manager Liam and negotiate all the terms. Here they are. 1, MMA fight. 2, neutral location. 3, tell your brother to shut up. Jake ends the video by saying that he will not box KSI, but he really wants the fight to happen, so he takes a moment to remind KSI of all the content, all the merch, and all the money that they can raise because everyone on the internet wants this to happen. Yes they do. But what do you guys think? Will it actually go down? Let me know. In other Paul brother news, in an unprecedented move, YouTube has suspended all advertising on Logan Paul's channel. Whoa, they're messing with the paper now. According to Social Blade, Logan Paul makes anywhere between $35,000 and $555,000 per month in ad revenue. So that's some real bread. According to YouTube's community guidelines, advertising won't appear on YouTube channels that have monetization disabled, a consequence of violating YouTube's terms of service. Now, YouTube hasn't publicly confirmed whether or not this action was a result of a terms of service violation. However, this punishment comes just 1 day after Logan was condemned by animal rights charity PETA for tasering a dead rat in a recent vlog.
Are we using weapons for this?
I'm not gonna use my bare hands.
Yeah, you're right. Here, no rat comes into my house without getting tased.
And just a few weeks after he was given a strike on his account for sharing footage of a suicide victim's body on his channel. I'm sure you all remember that brilliant idea from a couple of weeks ago. YouTube tweeted and said, in response to Logan Paul's recent pattern of behavior, we've temporarily suspended ads on his channel. Now, if this is all because of PETA, the animal rights institution who happens to share their name with one of the most delicious foods on the planet, if it is because of them, which I wouldn't be surprised, PETA is super poppin', people love their pets. In one of Logan's vlogs this week, he was telling the audience that Kong, his dog, had been catching rats and leaving the dead ones on his balcony. While trying to figure out how to clean them up, Logan and his team brings out a taser gun and starts messing with the dead rats. Key word here being dead. Clearly, PETA was not going to let Logan slide on this one, so in a series of tweets, PETA lights him up by saying, "When you think shooting dead rats with a taser will help your channel, at Logan Paul, true mavericks don't find humor in suffering and death. It's time to stop." Repeatedly, Logan Paul has shown a serious lack of respect for all animals, both human and non-human. Destroying and mocking the bodies of dead animals for shocking video content is never okay. All animals have the ability to suffer and feel pain in the same way that human beings do. Destroying and mocking the bodies of dead animals for shocking video content is never okay. Just imagine a person shooting a taser at a deceased dog or cat. All animals deserve respect. Now here's my take. PETA does super important and amazing work. Do I agree with all their tactics? No. In fact, on the PETA website, they have a section entirely dedicated to explaining why they employ such controversial tactics. Now, for sure, their mission is admirable and necessary in a world where capitalism is God and animals' lives are regularly decimated in the pursuit of money. With all that being said, I have to admit that this is a reach. Reaching. This is looking very much like an attempt to capitalize on Logan's fame. While I get your angle, let's get real for a second. It's a dead rat. If PETA were the moral police, then I could maybe see where they're coming from. But again, it's a dead rat. Key word here being dead. Because the rat is again dead when Logan discovers it. So your point about all animals being able to feel pain, while true, ends up being a reach. And while I'm not endorsing the tasing of dead animals, it's more gross and weird than it is an animal rights issue. But I don't know, you guys tell me, what do you think? It's Friday, I gotta get out of here. That's all I got for you guys this week in terms of influencer news, but be sure to check out my Instagram stories because you know I will always keep you updated. As always, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of my influencer news. I'm your girl, Haley Delane. Have an amazing weekend, and I will see you guys back here on Monday. Peace.